Welcome into Super Bowl 55 exotic prop preview here with Dave Mason from Bet Online. Dave, welcome in, buddy. How you feeling?
I feel great. It's been a busy week, man. I'm drinking a lot of Diet Coke, get that caffeine in me. Monday, I'm crashing.
Busy week for you. I mean, what was the thought process, Dave? Putting up these exotic props, guys. By the way, exotic prop meaning it's not attributed to on the field. It's more, what's happening off the field, the fanfare, so to speak. Dave, is there things you think the watchers need to know about as being a odds maker that goes into some of these numbers and how you kind of make them?
Yeah, we try to get as creative as possible. We're always pushing the bar. They're a big part of our offer for Super Bowl. People love them. People love betting on all the crazy stuff, whether it's cleavage on the national anthem performer or whatever. It's the over under national anthem time, whatever. People love betting it. So we have the standard stuff, and then every year we try to add on whatever storylines are going. Mass are a big thing. So Arians and Reed, whose nostrils we'll see first. And, we don't have data, we don't have algorithms, we don't have charts for some of this stuff. So usually it's just 4 or 5 of us guys here just throwing around ideas, throwing some odds up there and going for it. And so they can be beat, you know what I mean? Whereas over under passing yards for Mahomes, I mean, that data is in there. Those charts are set. But stuff like this, if you dig and you really dig into it, you might be able to find some value here and there.
Yeah, for sure, man. Well, I appreciate you taking the time. And for the next 15 minutes or so, we'll just break down a couple of these and maybe give out some of our best bets here, guys. But Dave, you bring up, coach to have nostrils seen first during the game. That's the prop bet right now. Bruce Arians minus 250, Andy Reid plus 170. Would that be, you have to see their nostrils or just their nose coming down with the mask?
Nah, man. Nostrils a nostril, man. I mean, you got to see. You got to see nostrils, dude. I mean, that's where the airborne pathogens could enter. So that's the controversial thing. So we know that all these coaches are having issues all year long, keeping those masks up tight. And then sometimes they pulled off to yell at a ref or a player. So, I was watching that AFC Championship game, and then that Andy Reid's mask. I mean, that thing's nailed into his head, I think. So that's why Arians is the favorite here.
Okay, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. And yeah, of course, Arians being the favorite on nostril to be seen first at minus 250. What about color liquid poured on the winning coach? This is something we see each and every year. We got orange, looks like the favorite at plus 160. What kind of goes into those numbers, Dave?
Just basically, we just pretty much regurgitate every year what the number is. If there's some insider from Tampa Bay who knows what the kind of Gatorade these guys like, they might have a little bit edge on us. We don't do too much homework on them. It's pretty much what we used the year before, more or less, and we tweak it on action. So of course, we didn't use last year's closers because that's when everybody's betting purple with that hot rumor, and purple ended up the favorite, but it's always a long shot.
For sure, Dave. And guys, welcome in on Twitter. We got White Mike in the house, Big Ragu, Gambling God, all you guys, welcome in, man. Let us know what you're looking to bet. It looks like some guys in the chat box here on Twitter got something going. Want to ask you about CBS Biden Super Bowl interview. I guess Joe Biden's going to be interviewed here at halftime. We got words said first by Joe Biden: pandemic, unity, healing, impeach. Looks like pandemic at plus 100, unity at plus 200, healing plus 250, and impeach plus 400. I don't know, Dave. It seems like Joe Biden's been going like with, I'm the president of both Republicans and Democrats. Right. He's going with unity. I kind of like that at plus 200. Any opinion?
Yeah, I like that too. I think it's to be all positive and upbeat and everything. Impeach. I don't think there's any way in hell that that's said first. Healing or unity. I mean, I think those are definitely the two favorites there. He's going to be positive. It's going to be, and those Super Bowl interviews are, going to try to be positive and, bring everybody together, rah rah, and then we'll be back to fighting on Monday.
And Dave, what about like how much money or how many bets would it take to kind of move off of some of these numbers for you to kind of change it up if you're taking too much money on one side?
I mean, the props are dealt differently than game spreads, the game line. So, if Not too much to tell you the truth, and it's more of who if we're taking it from some sharp guy like the sharps just unleashed hell on the over in the national anthem, so we took that down. I think the security guard just had his stopwatch out within the last hour, and so there's some funny business on on that national anthem over. So we took it down until tomorrow.
Okay. What about how many times will Giselle Bundchen be shown? Over under 1.5. Looks like over 1.5, the heavy favorite at -250. Any action on that one?
Yeah, it's getting bet over, and why not? I mean, God, I'm so sick of this prop. It's played out so many so many times now. But once Tom Brady goes in the Super Bowl, you have to have it. Just like you'd have to if the Patriots are there, you'd have to have Belichick's hoodie sweater color. Like every year, we offer those things whenever those guys are in the Super Bowl. But absolutely, over 1.5 -250. I think that I love that one. I mean, it was lower too. People got some good early value. I love that one.
Well, I remember just 2 years ago we actually did this talking about it, and I bet the over, and sure enough, it hit right away. They actually showed her two
Yeah.
separate times towards the end. So yeah, that hit
Plus,
on the.
plus, there's not going to be as many fans in the stadium. You know what I mean? There's not going to be all these
Oh, good
famous people.
point.
So I mean, there's going to be like 14 people there, or 20,000, or something like that. But fewer people. More camera opportunities for the supermodel.
Dave, we got Joe Biden up here a couple times. What about over under a half? The times he tweets during the game, under at -400. Had a couple questions on that. Would retweets count? And is
No,
that from the POTUS account or Joe Biden's account?
either or. We got some wording
Ooh,
right in there, sir. Either
okay.
or, and yeah, no retweets do not count.
What about if Bucks win the coin toss? Choice will be, and also what they call for the coin toss. I mean, how much work went into that?
Wait, can you say that one again?
Like what the Chiefs are calling for the coin toss, heads or tails. What did you just go back in terms of what they called in all
Yeah,
the other games?
yeah, pretty much.
Okay, what about player to pour liquid on winning coach? Defensive -150, offensive +150, both +200.
Just, yeah, not that there's it's kind of a small sample size there to get to figure that one out. So we're just throwing numbers up there and seeing what people bet. So not no data, no algorithms, no charts to analyze, but throwing up numbers and seeing what people are betting.
Okay, cool, man. Well, I want to run over my best bets on these exotics, but is there any others ones that you wanted to throw out there in terms of excitement that the watchers might want to hear about in terms of taking action or what you were looking to put up?
Well, the cleavage prop is my baby. I'm a little upset you didn't mention it. So,
I don't see
we'll
it here.
will Jasmine Sullivan have cleavage when
Oh,
she
okay.
sings the national anthem? And no, no open to -160 favorite, but we got a little flip flop action, and yes is now the -165 favorite. We put up another good one the other day. Jason Pierre-Paul, as we all know, he was in that accident. He blew off some fingers on his right hand in a fireworks works accident. So we have a good
Yeah.
one there. What will be more, his tackles and assists or fingers on right hand? So that's an interesting one that people like.
That's kind of a wild one there, Dave. We got will Bitcoin be up or down on February 7th? -140 to the up. Is it because you took money on that bet, or is it just because Bitcoin's a wild ride and people like to bet on it?
Oh man, we're optimists, man. Pro Bitcoin. Let's go to the moon.
Okay, going to the moon. All right. Well, I got three here, Dave. Want to get your opinion before I kind of, I guess, just give them out as my favorite bets here. But player to pour liquid on coach, defensive player -150. That's the side I like, Dave. And the reason being because when they normally pour the liquid on the coach, they're taking a knee, so the defensive guys would be going out there. Any opposition to that? You think that's a good bet?
Love it, man. Love it.
Okay, what about this one? This is my favorite one. I have props to you guys on this. I haven't seen this anywhere else. Total times chains brought out for measurement. Over or under 1.5. Over 1.5 +170. That's the side I like.
Man, plus money. How can you pass that up, right? I mean, I don't have any data in front of me, but it sure seems like being a football fan over the last way too many years that happens more than 1.5 times a game. I'm surprised by that one too. You're getting plus money on that, but Sounds good to me, man. Sounds too good to be true, but I might have to bet it with my coworker here.
Yeah, that's the side I
Mhm.
like. We got what will be said first, 2020 or 2021. They're both at minus 120 here, Dave, meaning even money, guys. You got to risk 120 to win 100. 2020 is the side I like just because why would they ever say 2021? So I'm thinking 2020 referencing what happened in that year would be the correct play there, Dave.
I agree. They're going to talk about the 2020 season. You know what I mean? And if they or long shot, they say the 2020 2021 season. But even if they said it that way, 2020 would be said first. So I agree 100%. And they could also just reference how what a complete mess 2020 was. That's going to be in there somewhere. So I love that one.
Okay, and the last one here for me, Dow Jones up or down on Monday, February 8th. I like the up. A little bit of money here, minus 130 towards the up. And it's just what? February 5th, 4th, 3rd, 2nd, and 1st. Every day this past week, it's been up. The trend is your friend in investing. So I'm going up on February 8th for the Dow Jones.
Love it, man. You're an optimist, man. Up on Bitcoin, up on Dow Jones. I like your style, Drew.
All right, Dave. Well, that does it, man. Those are kind of the ones I was looking at here, and I appreciate you taking the time. I know you're a busy man. Anything else you wanted to throw out there before we shut this down?
No, sir. Just get on our betonline.ag. We have the biggest prop offering out there and great bonuses and awesome in-game wagering. So come on over to betonline.ag and sign up for the Super Bowl.
All right, man. Well, where are you planning on watching it?
I'll be working. I'll be front of my fourth quarter. I'm going to try to sneak out, depending on how all the halftime goes and everything, and going to sneak out and grab a cerveza or two.
Well, enjoy it,
I'll
man.
be, I'll be post game celebrating, especially if the Chiefs win by one or two in a low scoring affair. Then the guys might not see me for a few days.
Is there anything you want to throw out there in terms of side or total heavy action that you're taking?
Yeah, 67% of the cash is on the Chiefs -3. We took some sharp action on the Buccaneers at +3.5. Where you have a huge liability on the Buccaneers Super Bowl futures and a little bit of liability on the money line Buccaneers. Have a liability on the over. I think 64% of the cash is on the over. That's down to 55.5. We got sharp action on under 57, under 56.5, and under 56 earlier this morning. So yeah, we want a low scoring affair. Chiefs to win but not cover. So 21-20 the Chiefs, and I'm having a good Sunday night.
All right, Dave. Well, guys, follow him on Twitter at Dave Mason BOL. And Dave, all the best, man.
Thank you.